Hey everybody, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this 12-inch flower granny square. So to make this granny square, you're going to need 4 different colors, and I tried to grab 4 colors that I thought may show up good on camera, so it's not going to actually match that, which is going to be weird, but hopefully you'll be able to see. That's the most important thing. So I am going to refer to these colors that I used in the picture so it won't confuse you. So my first color will be pink, my second color will be off-white, and then my third color will be green, and my fourth color will be brown. So that's how I'm going to refer to them, or at least I'll let you know what color you need to be changing to before you have to change every time. So for this project, you're going to need worsted weight yarn, which is 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia, in 4 colors, like I said. Also, you're going to need a 6mm hook, and that is a size J hook for the US, I believe. Yes, size J hook. And a pair of scissors, and also a tapestry needle, because there will be some tails that you'll need to hide. Okay, to begin, I'm going to be using my pink color to make it less confusing. Move this out of the way. Okay, so to begin your center flower, get a little closer for you. Okay, to start, you want to chain 3. And then you're going to go into that first chain that you made, and you're going to slip stitch. And I like to hold my chain down here while I form my ring so that I don't lose it. And then for round 1, you want to chain 2, which will count as your first double crochet. And now working in this ring we just made, you want to double crochet, and I'm going to work over my tail because it kind of creates a pulley system that you can tighten if your hole gets too big. So you want to put 15 double crochets worked in the center ring, and since that beginning chain 2 does count as a stitch, you're going to have a total of 16 double crochets worked in this center chain. Okay, when you have your 16 stitches, which is your 15 double crochets and your beginning chain 2, 16 total stitches, go ahead and slip stitch in the beginning top of the chain 2, then you'll chain 2 again, and then in that very first chain you're going to put another double crochet, and then in the next stitch you'll put 2 double crochets. You're going to be putting 2 double crochets in each stitch around. We're doubling our stitches this round. So go ahead and put 2 double crochets in each stitch around, and I'll see you back here when you get to the end of round 2. Okay, when you get to the end of round 2, you should have 32 stitches. Count your stitches, make sure you do. And once you have those 32 stitches, go ahead and slip stitch in the beginning chain 2 to end round 2. So for round 3, you want to do a chain 2. This beginning chain 2 will not count as a stitch this round. So you want to go down to your beginning chain 2 from your previous row, the one you just slip stitched in your row, and you're going to be doing a front post double crochet worked on that beginning chain 2 space down here. And that front post double crochet will be your ending front post double crochet. So that's where you're going to slip stitch in your round. So it's easier to follow along the post this round because you're going to be working on post, and then you're going to be working a shell into one of these double crochets, and it can be hard to find the next if you're counting just the stitches that you're creating that row. So I always like to be methodical and go through and count the post. So this first chain 2 is now taken. So we're going to always be skipping every time you make a front post double crochet, and every time you make a shell you're going to be skipping the in-between. So we just did our front post double crochet, so we're going to skip this next one and then do our shell in the actual stitch here. And the shells consist of 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets worked all into that same stitch. So you'll have 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets worked in that same stitch. So then you can see where your stitches are coming out of this post. So then you want to go over, skip this next post, and then the following one you'll work your front post double crochet on that one. So now you want to skip the next post, and then the following one you'll be making your shell, which again consists of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all worked in that same stitch. And then on the other side of this, again, you're going to skip a stitch, and then the following you're going to put that front post double crochet. You're always going to have your shell, and you're always going to have a front post double crochet separating your shells. So we just did this front post double crochet in this one, so we're going to skip this next post, and then the following one we'll do our shell. It's always going to be front post double crochet, shell, front post double crochet, then a shell. So my shell is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Then there's the one that's worked in, so we're going to skip this next post, and then the following one we're going to do a front post double crochet. Then again, skip the next, and the following one you'll be working your shell, and you're going to continue to do this all the way around for round 3. Okay, when you reach the end of your round, like I said, you're not going to use the chain 2. You're going to go in between that chain 2, that beginning chain 2, and that front post double crochet. The first double crochet you made in your chain 3 from the previous row, and we're going to slip stitch in behind that first front post double crochet to end round 3. So for round 4 we're going to chain 2, and again this chain 2 will never count. It's just a step up so that we can do our front post double crochet worked on our front post double crochet. And now we're going to skip over. Remember we had our 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. We're going to be using our chain 1 spaces here, and we're going to do exactly what we did last round, except we're going to be increasing the number of double crochets. So this time we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So you're going to skip these 2 double crochets and put 3 double crochets into this first stitch, this first chain 1. Then you'll chain 1, then you'll put another 3 double crochets worked in that same chain 1 space. And then once you've done that, you're gonna skip these next 2 stitches because you're only going to be working in the chain 1 spaces, and you're going to skip over to the front post double crochet, and you're going to put a front post double crochet worked on that front post double crochet. And that's going to be your repeat for the round. Again, you'll skip those first 2 double crochets. You're only going to be working in your chain 1 spaces, and you're going to be putting a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. So your shells will consist of 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. And you have 8 individual little petals around, and you'll be doing that for all 8 petals of your flower. So 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and then skip on over and do a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. And you want to repeat that for round 4. Okay, so at the end of round 4, again, you're going to always slip stitch in between your beginning chain 2 and that front post that you do to begin your round. So go ahead and slip stitch in that beginning front post double crochet. Now for round 5, again you're going to chain 2 and do your front post double crochet worked on your front post double crochet. Then we're going to skip these first 3 stitches, and again we're going to be working in the chain 1 space. Again, we're going to be doing only our chain 1 space. We're working only in our petals, and we're always going to be putting a front post double crochet worked on a front post double crochet. For this round, we're going to be increasing again by 1. We did 3 double crochets last round, so this round we're going to be putting, for round 5, we're going to be putting 4 double crochets in this chain 1 space, then chain 1, and then put another 4 double crochets, all worked into the same chain 1 space. So you'll have 4 double crochets, chain 1, 4 double crochets. And then you're going to come over and do a front post double crochet worked on your front post double crochets. And then again you'll move over and do the same thing in the next. Put your 4 double crochets, 3 and 4, chain 1, and then 4 more double crochets in the same stitch. It's 3 and 4. I like to always check 4 and 4, and then move on over and do your front post double crochet worked on your front post double crochet. And that is what you'll be doing for all 8 of your petals for round 5. Okay, when you get to the end of round 5, you're going to again slip stitch in that beginning front post double crochet. And now this is when we're going to change our color. So we've gotten done with our flower. As you can see, the flower is done. Now we're going to be changing whatever color you want to use for your color around your flower. I'm going to try to use this yellow in hopes that it's a good contrast. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. I'm going to, hold on a second. Okay, I got my new color. And I'm just going to slip stitch my new color in, tighten my loop here, and then I like to get my 2 tails. Do a couple of knots just to secure it. Okay, so now you're ready for round 6. So for round 6, let me get a little closer. You want to start by chaining 2. So this chain 2 will count as a stitch. Now we're going to move over here to our 4 double crochets. This first double crochet is actually this big old space beside. So we're going to go ahead and just go into that big old space and put a double crochet into that space. So now we need to move over to our next double crochet, which would be this one, because like I said, this first one we put a double crochet. You can put it in the stitch if you want, or in the space, it's up to you. Just know that this first one is done once you do that first double crochet. Now we're going to move over to the second of the 4 double crochets. We're going to put a half double crochet into that stitch. Which leaves us our last 2 double crochets here, which we will put a single crochet in each one of those last 2 double crochets. And that'll end those first 4. Now you want to chain 1, and you're going to skip over that chain 1 space. And you're going to move over to start working in your next 4. So we're going to mimic what we did on this side over here. So skipping that chain 1 space and going right into the next double crochet, you're going to put a single crochet, and in the next double crochet also single crochet. Now we have our last two, which again will be a half double crochet and then a double crochet. And that's how you'll work your 4 double crochets here. Now again, you can put it in the stitch or you can put it in the space, it doesn't matter. So, and it will bring you up to your front post double crochet. And you want to put a double crochet in that front post double crochet. And that will finish your petal here. So then we're going to move over and repeat what we just did. We have our 4 double crochets here. Again, put it in the big space, put it in the stitch, but you'll be putting a double crochet into that first double crochet. Then our next one will be a half double crochet. Then after that, the last 2 of your 4 double crochets here will be single crochet, single crochet. Then you'll chain 1, skip that center chain 1 here, move on over to start working with your next 4 double crochets here. The first 2 will be single crochet, single crochet, then half double crochet, and then again you'll put a double crochet in the last of those 4. Then you'll put a double crochet in your front post double crochet. Now you can notice you have 3 double crochets in a row. So you can always remember on that dip down, you're going to have a double crochet in your last, double crochet in the front post double crochet, and then again you'll have a double crochet. And that's how you'll start. And then now you have the rest of your 3, which will always be worked half double crochet, and then 2 single crochets to finish with your 4. And then you'll chain 1 and then move over and mimic on the other side. So you'll put single crochet in the first 2, half double crochet in the next, and then essentially you'll have 3 double crochets to do after that. That's how I would remember what I needed to do. Once you have your 3 double crochets done, then you know half double crochet, then single crochet, single crochet, and then you know you're done with your little dip. You chain 1, skip that big old chain 1, and start on your 4 on the next side here. So you'll have single crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and then you know your next 3 stitches will be a double crochet. Double crochet worked in the last double crochet worked in your front post double crochet, and then a double crochet to start on your next section here. So then it'll be a half double crochet, and then single crochet, chain 1, then move on over, single crochet, half double crochet. Then again you're on your 3 double crochets in a row. And then this one will be half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1. Move over, single crochet, half double crochet. This is round 6, by the way, if I didn't say that. Then you'll have your 3 double crochets in a row. Then you'll do half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1, skipping over your chain 1 here, then single crochet, half double crochet, and then your 3 double crochets in a row. And we're getting on to our last petal here. So again, half double crochet, single crochet, single crochet, chain 1, skip that chain 1 space, then single crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and then since we have our chain 2, which counts as our first double crochet, and then our first stitch we did of the round, which is the double crochet, then we know we only need to do 1 double crochet. And then you can just slip stitch in the beginning chain 2 to end round 6. So we're going to stick with that same color, and for round 7. Okay, for round 7, and this is where we start to turn our flower more into a square. So for round 7, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to be doing a single crochet worked into that beginning chain 2 space. Then you're going to be doing a single crochet in your next 4 stitches, which should bring you up to that chain 1 space here. So for this one, you're going to skip that chain 1 space, and you're just going to move over to the other side where you have your 2 single crochets here, and you're going to put a single crochet in those 2 spaces. Now we're going to be skipping our half double crochet and the first of our double crochet, which will bring us right there in the middle of those 3 double crochets that we did. So you pretty much just make it easier. I mean, you can remember if you'd like. Skip the half double crochet, skip the double crochet, but essentially you're getting that middle double crochet. So skip on over to get that middle double crochet, and in that double crochet we're going to be making our corner, and we're going to be doing triple crochet. So you want to yarn over twice, find that middle double crochet, and you want to put 3 triple crochets into that same stitch. Again, you're going to be yarning over twice, going into that stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's our second one. Be pulling through 2 3 times. So once you have your 3 triple crochets, you want to chain 1, and then we need to do the other side of our shell. So you'll need 3 more triple crochets worked into that same middle double crochet. And you'll repeat what you did, you'll mimic on this side what you did here. Remember, we skipped these two stitches before, and we're going to be skipping the 2 stitches after. So you're going to skip this next double crochet and the half double crochet, bringing you up to your 2 single crochets before the chain 1. And you're going to do what you did before. You're going to put a single crochet in the first single crochet, a single crochet in that second single crochet, and then we're going to skip the chain 1 space here. So now we have 2 single crochets on the other side of that. So you want a total of 9 single crochets in a row. So you just put a single crochet in your 2 single crochets. So that's 1 2, and then just keep single crocheting. It's 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, which should bring you back up to your chain 1 space. So you want to skip that chain 1 space and then single crochet in the single crochet after the chain 1 space, just like you did before, and then into the following single crochet as well, because we're going to start making our other corner here. So you'll single crochet in those 2 single crochets, and then like before you're going to skip the half double crochet and the first double crochet here. You're only going to be working in that middle double crochet again. You're going to put your 3 triple crochets in that middle double crochet. Chain 1, and then you'll put your 3 triple crochets on this side as well. And again, just like we did before, on the opposite side, you'll be skipping these next 2 stitches, the double crochet and the half double crochet, and you'll be single crocheting in those 2 single crochets. You can skip over that chain 1, move on over, and do a single crochet in the next 2 single crochets as well. That's 4 stitches. Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you've got 9 stitches in a row. And you're going to continue until you reach this corner space again. So let's see, 9, then you'll skip the, you should have 13 in a row total between each. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 on this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then you'll skip the, so you're going to have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stitches, because you're working from the 2 single crochets before the peak here, skipping the chain 1, doing your 2 single crochets after that. And then you're going to be working a single crochet in the half double crochet, then a single crochet in 3 of your double crochets, then a single crochet in this half double crochet, and then it'll bring you up to your single crocheting in your 2 single crochets, skipping that chain 1 space, which is the tip, and moving now over to the single crochets on this side. So this will be 12 and 13. So once you've gotten your 2 single crochets on this side, again you'll have your half double crochet and then your 3 double crochets. Since we already have our flat area, you know that this is going to be another corner. So you'll skip your half double crochet, your double crochet, and in this middle double crochet, again we're going to be working our next corner of triple crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Oh wait, my yarn just went flying. Take a moment and get my yarn out so I don't have to keep grabbing it. I usually do that between pausing, but I didn't really pause after the last. Okay. So we have our 3 triple crochets, chain 1, and then your 3 triple crochets on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Again, you'll skip these 2 stitches after, so the double crochet and the half double crochet will be skipped, and you'll put your single crochet in these 2 single crochets at the end of your peak. Then the peak, chain 1, you'll skip again, like always, and then now you're going to want to make your next straight. Let me show you a little bit easier here. There. So now we have 3 of our corners. So now you know that there'll be 13 stitches here until you can reach this, which will do your last corner. So we did our 2 single crochets here on this first peak of this flower petal, skip the chain 1, and then we'll do our 2 single crochet and our single crochet on the opposite side, which then it'll be 1 and a half double crochet, and then 1 in each of those double crochets, 1.5 double crochet. So basically you're just going to single crochet in each of your stitches all the way up until you get to the next peak here, which gives you a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you get your stitches 12 and 13 when you skip that chain 1, and then you'll grab those 2 single crochets on the other side. So single crochet in each of those single crochets, and then that again brings you up to your half double crochet and your double crochets here. So you'll skip your half double crochet and your first double crochet, and in that middle one you'll be making your last corner. So we're going to put, whoops, I did it one extra time. So you'll put your 3 triple crochets, chain 1, 3 triple crochets to make your corner on this side. One, 2, and 3. Then again, skip your next 2 stitches, which will bring you up to your 2 single crochets here before your corner tip, where you have your chain 1, which you will skip again and move right into the single crocheting of your other 2 single crochets on this side. Then you'll have a half double crochet and a double crochet before you reach your very last stitch, where we put our first single crochet in that beginning chain 2, and that's essentially the middle of the 3 double crochets. So you only need to do 1 double single crochet in your last double crochet, and then slip stitch into that beginning chain 2 to end round 7. Okay, so this is going to be the last round with this color. For round 8, we're going to chain 2, and this will count as our first stitch of the round. Then in that same beginning stitch, I'm going to put a double crochet. Let me make sure, oh, yeah. So you'll have an increase here in the center, and then you should have 9 double crochets until we get to the corner. So we're going to be doing just double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you'll have your 2 at the beginning, and once you have your double crochet worked in that first stitch, then you'll do 9 double crochets to the corner, and then in your corner you're going to be doing 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So in that chain 1 space there, your new corner will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets, all worked into that corner stitch. And then on this side again you'll have 9 stitches. So in that first triple crochet you'll put 1 double crochet. Then the next triple crochet you'll put a double crochet, that's 2. Then that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we'll do another increase. So the next stitch you'll put 2 double crochets in. And then on this side you should have 9 stitches as well. So going into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, then our 3 triple crochets, 7, 8, and 9. Brings us up to our corner here where we'll do our 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets to create our new corner here. And then again, you'll do 9 double crochets in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then the next will be an increase. So put 2 double crochets in that next stitch. And then again, you'll have 9 stitches till you get to the corner again. So you're just thinking 9, 9, 9. So it'll be 9 and then 2 to increase, 9, then your corner, and then again 9, then your increase, 9, and then your corner, and then you're just going to continue that all the way around for round 8, and then you'll slip stitch to end your round. And this again, that's your increase, so you'll have 9 stitches, and then you'll slip stitch in the beginning, chain 2 to end round 8, and then we're going to be switching our color to the green color. Okay, so like I said, you're going to slip stitch in that beginning chain 2, and then you're going to cut your yarn. And now grab your green color, slip stitch that in there. And again, I like to tie. Okay, so for round 9, you're going to start by chaining 2, and this chain 2 will not count as a stitch this round. You're going to be doing back post double crochets. So you want to do a back post double crochet on this beginning chain 2 from the previous, I should say it's the ending chain 2 from last round. Then you're going to do a back post double crochet in the next 12 stitches until you get to your corner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, remember you're going for 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the last one for the corner, 12. Counting the beginning one, you should have 13 back post double crochets in a row. So in the corner, we're going to be putting only 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then 1 double crochet for our corner this round. Now we're going to be doing back post double crochets down the whole row. It should be 12. So continue, and not 12, sorry, 24. So put 24 back post double crochets until you reach your corner again, and your corner this round will be double crochet, chain 1 double crochet. So just continue on putting your back post double crochets in the next 24. So it'll be 24, then double crochet, chain 1 double crochet in your corner, then 24 double back post double crochets here, then double crochet, chain 1 double crochet for your corner, then you'll do 24 back post double crochets here, and then on the very end here you'll have 9. So after your last corner double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, you will put a back post double crochet in these last 9, and remember that the chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so you will end your round by slip stitching in the first back post double crochet. Oh, correction, I misspoke. There's not 9, there's 11. So back post double crochet in the last 11 stitches, and then to end round 9 you want to slip stitch, and not the chain 2 but the first back post double crochet of the row. For round 10 you want to chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet in the back loop only. So you see how these have 2 loops? You're going to be using only this back loop, leaving the front one there, and you're going to single crochet. And again, you're going to single crochet, grabbing this back loop only all the way till you get to the double crochet here that makes up the corner. So in all your back post double crochets, which there should be a total of 13 of them, you're going to be putting so I think in the pattern I say chain 1 and single crochet in the first one, so then I start counting from the second. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Let me just make sure here. Oops, dust here. So I guess it's 2 4 6 8 10 11 12 13. So I do count the first one. I'm going to fix that on my pattern before I forget, because I'm pattern testing it as I do the tutorial. Okay, so you should have 13 back post, working in the back post only, the back stitch, back loop. I'll get it right. So 13 single crochets worked in the back loop only until you reached your corner here, which is a double crochet, chain 1 double crochet. So on that first double crochet, we're going to put a front post double crochet on it, and then in the chain 1 to make your corner, again we're just going to be putting a double crochet, chain 1 double crochet to make our corner. And then on this side of the corner, on the other double crochet, we're going to put another front post double crochet worked on that double crochet. Now we're in the middle again, so from not counting the double crochet here, just the back post double crochets from last row all along the top here, we should have 24 total. So working in the very first back post double crochet from last round, we're going to be grabbing just the back loop only and doing a single crochet. And you're going to do this for all of your stitches until you get back up to your corner again. So single crocheting in that back loop only. Just take your time. Like I said, there should be 24 stitches here. Okay, I got to my corner. So I'm going to count 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 20 22 24. Okay, so I have 24 single crochets in the back loop only, and it brought me back up to my corner here. Again, you will put a front post double crochet on the double crochet, and then in the corner chain 1 space, you'll put a double crochet, chain 1 double crochet to make your new corner. And then on the other side, in the other double crochet, you will put a front post double crochet on that as well. And then that's the repeat. Again, 24 stitches, single crochet worked in the back loop only. And then the corner will be a front post double crochet, chain one, double crochet, then a front post double crochet worked on that corner. And then again, you'll be doing the back loop only single crochets, 24 on that side. And you should go all the way around. Whoop, there we go. This is the top. My pattern says there should be 11 stitches here at my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So from the not counting the double crochet of the corner, the first stitch to this last one here, there is 11 stitches. So you'll do the last 11 single crochets, and then you'll slip stitch in the beginning single crochet here. Remember, using back loop only this round. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I did a single crochet, back loop only, last 11 stitches, and then you're going to slip stitch in the beginning single crochet to end your round. Now, round 11 is going to be very similar as the last one that you just did. You'll chain one, and then again, doing it in the back loop only, you'll put a single crochet. And again, you're going to be putting a single crochet. Should be, my pattern says 14 stitches until you get to the corner. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one says 14 though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if that's 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Should be, oh, because you're supposed to also, that's why I'm one short. You're supposed to also do it here in this front post double crochet, working in that one as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 13 in your single crochets, and then one in the back loop only of your front post double crochet will give you 14 total, bringing you up to the corner, where again you're going to grab up that post of the double crochet and do a front post double crochet on it, and then you'll do your corner spaced the same way as your last couple of rounds, which is a double crochet, chain one, double crochet, and then again grab up the post, that double crochet on the other side of your corner, and do a front post double crochet on it. Now again, we're doing back loop only, so you're going to grab up just that back loop of your front post double crochet and do a single crochet. Then again, you'll be putting a single crochet worked in the back loop only all the way down, just like you were doing last round. And this round, since you're adding those two front post double crochets from last round into the mix, each side, back up, each side now from front post double crochet to front post double crochet, you should have a total of 26 single crochets worked in the back loop only. And then in the corners, this one, just be careful, back loop only on that one. Then your new one, the one that hasn't been worked on yet, you'll do a front post double crochet here. Then in your corner you'll do a double crochet, chain one, double crochet. Then you'll work front post double crochet on this one as well. And then you'll grab up the back loop only of the next front post double crochet and in the rest of all your stitches. And repeat all the way around. And it says the last one should have 12. So counting this front post double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, you'll have 12 stitches there at the end from this front post double crochet to the last stitch, where you'll put a back loop, a single crochet in the back loop only. And then you'll slip stitch into your beginning single crochet, and then you'll be changing your color. And here I changed it to brown, but for me it's going to be, for the tutorial, it'll be blue. So switch to your last, the border color that you want to use for your granny when you get to the end of the row. And I'll be right back. Okay, after you have your last 12 stitches, slip stitching in the beginning, stitched in my round. So for round 12, you're going to have to switch your color to your border color, which on my granny is brown. Okay, so now I've changed my color to blue, and for the granny it's brown, and this will be the last time you need to change your color. There's going to be 2 rows with this color. The first one we're going to be doing single crochet back post, which we're about to do now, and then the last one will just be a round of double crochets. But to me, this is probably one of the more trickier ones here. So you need 16 stitches from the start to the corner chain. We want to have this double crochet of our last corner be our last stitch that we do a back post single crochet in. So I like to count, starting from this double crochet, count over 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so for me it's going to be correct. I just need to use, by the way, it helps if you count the post, because you're going to be working on the post. So to begin round 12, you're going to chain 1, and be careful, don't count that chain 1 as a stitch. You're going to go in to this first space of the first single crochet, and then into the next single crochet here. That'll push that post back, and then you just want to do a regular single crochet on that one, and then go back in to that same space of that stitch so that you can go into the following stitch, so you can push the next post back and do a single crochet. Again, you'll always be going in to the stitch that you're going in here. See I'm going into this one, which means this one, this stitch here will be where I start. So it ends by me going into it right here and performing my single crochet, but then I want to go back into that one so I can push back the next. This is a back post single crochet. And again, you should have 16 to the corner. And don't count that beginning chain 1. Sometimes it tries to trick you. Go in, push that post back, single crochet. Got one more before I come to my front post double crochet. You want to do a single crochet back post on that. And then you have the double crochet. You'll put a single crochet back post on that. Okay, so you want to count 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. So 16, remember, don't count that chain 1. It tries to trick you there. If you want, you can hold it and count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So 16 single crochet back post until I get to the chain 1 of my corner. In the corner this time is going to be a single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet back into that corner space. So that's going to be your corner this round. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Then you move over to this side, and now from the double crochet to the double crochet, you should have 30 single crochet back post, or back post single crochet. I said that backwards. So on our first double crochet here, I'm going to push that post back and do a single crochet. Then do the same here for the front post double crochet from last round. And then now you'll just have the single crochets to get to the other corner. And again, just do single crochet back post until you get there. It's going to be easier for me to do this with my project a little closer, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm reaching my corner here again, doing a back post single crochet on the front post, double crochet from last round, and then on my double crochet here. Now I should have 30 back post single crochets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So a total of 30, and then of course you have your single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, which is your corner. So from here to here there's 30 back post single crochets, and then you'll do your corner in the chain 1 space here, which is the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And then again, you're going to grab up that double crochet, put it back post, single crochet, and then also the, what, did I miss one? Ooh, I did. Looks like I forgot to do a front post double crochet there. That should still end up for me. So from the double crochet, then the front post, and then you'll go single crochet all the way over, then you'll end with the front post and double crochet on this side. So from this chain 1 space to this chain 1 space, or chain space, yeah, you should have 30 back post single crochets. And then in the corners you'll do a single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, and that will be the repeat all the way around. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you when you get done. Okay, so every row is supposed to be 30, not counting the single crochet in the corner. Just the back post single crochets should be 30, and we started with 16, so there should be 14 here on the end. You can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we have 14 back post single crochets until you get to the end of round 12. And you're going to slip stitch in that first single crochet to end round 12. So for round 13, which is the last row, we're going to do a chain 2, which will count as a stitch. We're going to be doing just double crochets this round. And my pattern says DC in the next 16 stitches. So you should have 16 stitches here. I'm not counting the chain 2 here, though it does count as a stitch, but just counting the double crochets here, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. At 16, now I have my corner here. So did I miss one here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. But it looks like I have more than that. And it says 16 on the end too. would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. So I'm guessing it's incorrect. This is 17. Let me fix that. Just did my last double crochet on this side, so now I want to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, so yes. 33 double crochets until you reach your corner space here, which we'll do a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Then again, starting from our single crochet from the corner, you want to continue to do double crochets all the way around. And this is your last row. To get back up here, and there should be 16 stitches from the single crochet, from the corner single crochet here to the very last stitch. There should be 16. And then you can slip stitch in the top of your chain 2, and then you can cut your yarn. And that will be the end. Should be the end. Okay, so count should have 16 double crochets, and then to end this round you will slip stitch in the top of the chain 2 to end your round. And the reason why I said before that it should be the end is because I'm making an afghan with this granny, and so when you get done with this, if you're going to make the afghan, then go ahead and I'll meet you over there at the next tutorial for that one. And if it's not out yet, I'm recording this in May of 2022, so if you've seen this earlier than that, then I guess spoilers, but yeah, I'm going to be making an afghan out of this, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to make the afghan, go ahead. I'll leave all the links and stuff down below, and you can find that tutorial down there. So that's it, guys. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of the tutorial. Also, you can check me out on social media. I post daily on my Facebook business page. I'm there most active. Also, I have a newsletter where I'll share my newest patterns and the newest roundups that I have. Also, I gather the top 3 that did the best for the week and put it in my week in review that I also add to the newsletter. That you can check out the patterns that people like the most that week. And also I'm on Pinterest. If you're there, I have a group board where lots of people, lots of designers will also share free pattern links, so you can go check that out. You can find all those links down below, as well as I always share the link to the pattern, the free pattern, and also the PDF with pictures. You can find all those links down below in the description box. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.